Get any sleep at all. Less than half an hour ago, word came that Renfield has escaped yet again. This in a straitjacket. He seems to have turned his mind now to birds and has apparently managed to tame a small number of them. Indeed, 2 nights ago, Mr. Thompson reported that Mr. Renfield, in the middle of the night, had become quite ill and had apparently disgorged a number of feathers. I've invented a new classification for him, a zoophagus maniac, meaning life-eating. My theory about this homicidal lunatic is materializing before my eyes. He attempts to absorb as many lies as he possibly can, thereby prolonging the length of his own. Witness his request of yesterday for a kitten. More later.
Professor Van Helsing.
Oh, Abraham!
Greetings, Jack.
Oh, I'm so relieved to see you. Summon Mr. Holmwood, Margaret.
Of course, sir.
When I received your cable, I was worried by your words. By good fortune, I was able to leave at once.
I'm so grateful to you.
But to our business. Can you take me now to young Lucy?
Of course. I had her moved here a few nights ago so I could keep a closer watch on her.
Jack?
Oh, Arthur.
Have you seen her yet this morning?
We were just on our way in. Arthur, this is my friend from Amsterdam I told you about, Professor Van Helsing.
Of course, Professor, we are indebted to you.
Arthur Holmwood, Lucy's fiancé.
Good. Come.
Lucy! Oh, Lucy! Lucy, wake up!
Arthur!
It's all right, Lucy, I'm here now.
Oh, Arthur! I've had the most horrible dream.
Yet again?
A reoccurrence.
Lucy, this is Professor Van Helsing from Amsterdam. He's come to help you.
My dear young miss, I have this so great pleasure, because you are so much beloved. They told me you are down into spirits, and that you were of ghastly pale. To them, I say pa. But you and I shall show them how wrong they are. Miss Lucy, you know, the young do not tell themselves to the young, but to the old, like me, who have known so many sorrows and the causes of them. So, my dear, we will send them away, but you and I have a little talk all to ourselves.
Professor,
It's all right, Arthur. I should like to visit with the professor.
Is good heart, Miss Lucy? Very good. You do not sleep well in the nights?
Oh, no, Professor. I have the most awful nightmares.
Tell me.
They're all quite similar, really. At least from what I can remember afterwards. At the beginning, I hear the howling of a wild dog. A wolf, perhaps. Alone and far away. Very soft at first. Barely audible. Almost melancholy. And then it begins to grow in intensity and becomes ever closer. And I wonder why no one else can hear it as well. Then, a vague memory, something very sweet and very bitter around me at once, and I begin to sink into deep green water, and there is a singing in my ears as I've heard there is to drowning men. Everything passes away from me, and my soul seems to go out of my body and float about in the air. Oh, Professor, I'm so frightened. And then, 2 nights ago, I went sleepwalking again.
Sleepwalking?
I used to do it as a little girl, growing up at Whitby. My mother did it as well. It seems so long ago. Oh, Professor, what does it all mean? Can you help me?
Yes, Miss Lucy, I can help you. But you must do exactly as I say.
Yes, Professor.
Now, will you allow me to please examine your mouth and teeth?
Of course.
Good. Yes, very good, Miss Lucy. My examination is now complete. Not so bad,
Thank you, Professor.
And now,
Professor.
Mein Gott, she is bad. Very bad. I've made careful examinations, but there is no functional cause. There has been much blood loss, but her conditions are in no way anemic.
Professor, is there nothing we can do?
Ah, you are the lover of our dear miss? You are to help her. You can do more than any who live, and your courage is your best help.
Professor, tell me what I shall do, and I shall do it. My life is hers. I would give the last drop of blood in my body for her.
My young sir, I do not ask so much as that. Not the last.
What shall I do?
You are a young man, and it is a young man vivant. You are better than me, better than my friend Jack. Young miss is bad. She wants blood, and blood she must have. We must perform what we call transfusion of blood, to transfer from full veins of one to the empty veins of another.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let us perform this transfusion at once.
Miss Lucy is not yet strong enough to receive the blood. We must hope for tomorrow. My friend Jack and I will prepare the necessary instruments this evening, and tomorrow morning, if you are willing.
If only how gladly I would die for her. You would understand.
Good boy. And so not so far off, you will be happy to have done all for her you love.
Oh, Renfield, where did you locate him?
On the grounds at Carfax, sir, sitting under a large tree. His shirt was torn and lying on the ground, and he looked in pursuit of a bird's nest, rather high up.
Carfax? Whatever were you doing at Carfax, Mr. Renfield?
I don't want to talk to you. You don't count now. The master's at hand.
Will you talk to me then, Mr. Renfield?
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of a foreign man.
I am Abraham Van Helsing from Amsterdam.
Oh, the doctor's friend. What educated Englishman has failed to hear your accomplishments? Your investigations into certain obscure diseases have earned you the highest rank amongst your peers, as well as a position of prosperity for all eternity.
You flatter me, Mr. Renfield.
Not at all, Professor Van Helsing.
Come now, Mr. Renfield.
By the way, Professor, you must forgive my attire. I am bound by mortal ignorance. They think I could hurt you. Fancy me hurting you.
Really, Mr. Renfield, you must return now to your cell. Mr. and Mrs. Thompson.
I do not wish to return to my cell.
Come along now.
I do not wish to return to my cell.
That'll be enough, man.
Dr. Seward, kindly command these oaths to release me.
Mr. and Mrs. Thompson.
Dr. Seward, I fear you barely apprehend my wish. I desire to leave this place at once, this very moment, if I may.
For what reason, Mr. Renfield?
I am not at liberty to give you the whole of my reasons, but you can be assured that they are sound and unselfish and spring from the highest sense of duty. Can you not look into my heart, into the very depths which animate me? Nay more, count me amongst the truest of your friends.
Really, Mr. Renfield, it is hardly possible for me to consider your release from the asylum at this time.
Then I appeal to your friends. Perhaps they will not mind sitting in judgment of my case.
Mr. Renfield, can you not tell frankly your real reason for wishing to be free tonight? I will undertake that if you will satisfy even me, a stranger, without prejudice and with a habit of keeping an open mind. Dr. Seward will consider at his own risk and on his own responsibility the privilege you seek.
It is beyond my control. I am not my own master in this matter. I can only ask you to trust me. If I am denied, the responsibility does not rest with me.
Really, Mr.
Oh, please, Dr. Seward, I implore you to release me. Let me go out of this place. Let me go how you will, where you will, but let me go. Can you not see I am no lunatic in a mad fit, but a sane man fighting for his soul? Oh, please, Dr. Seward, hear me and let me go. Let me go, let me go!
I'm sorry, Mr. Renfield. Remain posted outside his cell until further notice.
Yes, sir.
Let me go!
A most pathetic individual.
Pathetic and unnerving as well.
I should like, Jack, to speak further with Mr. Renfield at a later hour. His birds give me cause to sink. But now, gentlemen, We must prepare for the transfusion soon to come. You must be rested well, the both of you. Go. Go now, some last business for me, and I will be alone. Nosferatu.
The same.
After so many years, we meet again.
Has it been so long? But I forget once again the brevity of your earthly living. Tell me, how is our patient doing?
The diagnosis presents many challenges.
As I recall, Professor, you respond quite well to such challenges.
You flatter me, Count.
Not at all. You are most wise, Professor, for someone who's not lived in a single lifetime. But now, as for our patient...
Credo in unum deum petra omnipotentem...
Sacrilege! In the past 400 years, Professor, many have crossed my path. Many also have died, and some not pleasantly. Come to me.
I have a special dispensation.
I brought the tea for Miss Lucy.
Despite your wisdom, Professor, the years have not made you any less the mortal. You were a fool then, you remain a fool now!
God in heaven.
Jack! Jack! Asa! Come quickly!
Miss Lucy?
I was afraid you would not come.
There is no more need for fear. I will be with you always,
Help me. Help me to end the pain.
now and forever. The time has come. I need your blood. And you, Lucy, need mine.